Robotics is an interdisciplinary branch of computer science and engineering. It involves the design, construction, operation and use of robots that can help and assist humans. Robots can be used in many situations for many purposes: manufacturing processes, space exploration, human prosthesis, or robot-assisted surgery, and some of them resemble humans in appearance. In Europe, from the Middle Ages, there are many examples of automata, the predecessors of robots. They include several mechanical astronomical clocks with automata figures that began to appear in the 14th century. One of the most famous is the Prague astronomical clock, attached to the Old Town Hall in Prague, the capital of the Czech Republic. The clock was first installed in 1410, making it the third oldest astronomical clock in the world and the oldest clock still in operation. The last one we mention is in the Cathedral of Santa Maria in Burgos, Spain. It is called the Papa Moscas, an articulated automaton which opens his mouth to give the chiming of the hours. But were these automata predecessors of modern robots the first one in history? The idea of automata originates in the mythologies of many cultures around the world. Engineers and inventors from ancient civilizations, including China, Greece, India, Persia, and Egypt, attempted to build self-operating machines, some resembling animals and humans. Most of them were conceived as illusions or playthings for the entertainment of kings and emperors. But in the 13th century, Arab engineers produced automata to manipulate the environment for human comfort. Besides preserving, disseminating, and building on the work of the Greeks, their greatest contribution was the concept of practical application. One of these Arab engineers is considered nowadays the father of robotics. Who is considered the father of robotics? Ismail al-Jazari was an Arab polymath, a scholar, inventor, mechanical engineer, artisan, artist and mathematician. He was born in the area of Upper Mesopotamia and served as chief engineer of the Artukids dynasty, a regional kingdom for whom he designed more than 100 ingenious devices. He spent nearly 25 years in Diyarbakir, on the banks of the Tigris River. In 1206, he gave the world a catalogue of his matchless machines, known today as the Book of Knowledge of Ingenious Mechanical Devices. Al-Jazari goes on to describe the improvements he made to the work of his predecessors, and describes a number of devices, techniques, and components that are original innovations which do not appear in the previous works. He only describes devices he has built himself. The book's style resembles that of modern do-it-yourself book. His design of a boat with 4 musicians, a harpist, a flautist, and 2 drummers aimed to play songs, is regarded by many to be the first programmable robot in history. It has a programmable drum machine with cams that bump into little levers that operated the percussion. The drummer could be made to play different rhythm and different drum patterns if the cams were moved around. Other automata were a water clock of the drummers, a hand-washing automaton with flush mechanism, and a peacock fountain with automated servants. Al-Jazari invented 5 machines for raising water, as well as water mills and water wheels with cams under axle used to operate the automata. It was in these water-raising machines that he introduced his most important ideas and components of new mechanism. Other inventions were a diversity of clocks: the candle clock, the elephant clock, and the castle clock. Alongside his accomplishments as an inventor and engineer, Al-Jazari was also an artist. In the Book of Knowledge of Ingenious Mechanical Devices, he gave instructions of his inventions and illustrated them using miniature paintings, a medieval style of Islamic art. He is remembered mainly for this book, but his realized inventions would play a key role in civic life for many years. Most of his innovations were centuries ahead of the achievements of European science. Many authors of history of technology mention that 2 centuries later, the Italian Renaissance inventor Leonardo da Vinci may have been influenced by the classic automata of Al-Jazari when designing his own automata. Automatic machines made by Al-Jazari form the cornerstones of today's mechanical and cybernetic sciences. Al-Jazari has created milestones of today's technology by using science and technology in an extraordinary way according to the conditions of the time, giving the foundations of today's automatic control science.